So, George, you have been eager to face Vasily Lomachenko for a pretty long time now. You guys were penciled in to fight each other back in 2022. We had to return to the Ukraine when the war broke out there, but you have been looking for this fight for a while. Why has this been something that you've wanted even when you were a champion?
Yeah, look, Lomachenko is a legend of the sport, so we know what he brings to the table. We know his style, and it's a guy that I've always watched from young. So why would you not want to fight a guy like him, a guy who brings so much to the table? But again, styles make fights. I know what I bring to the table, and I know that both our styles, the action, the punches, the shots, it makes for a fan-friendly fight. I know what I bring to the table with my artillery wins this fight.
So on the subject of styles, when you were watching, old Lomachenko fights or watching him as you were kind of coming up, what was there something that you saw that made you believe I've got the right style to beat him?
Yeah, I like the way he moves, the way he comes forward as well, and he likes to place his shots. That European style, that Ukrainian style that he has, presents, great opportunities for my style. I'm very explosive, very sharp, and very fast. So everything I bring to the table, we'll be able to work against a guy like Lomachenko.
I've been watching some of the build up to this fight, and it's very polite. It's very professional between you two.
Yes.
Not a lot of the Teofimo stuff, not a lot of the Devin Haney stuff. How do you feel when you have an opponent kind of in front of you that maybe you don't dislike in ways you've disliked other opponents?
Yeah, look, I've continually stated I respect Lomachenko. I don't dislike Lomachenko, and I'm sure he's the same. We are both of the same faith. We are very similar, people, and we are true warriors. We are two guys that love to fight and love to take the biggest test possible. But again, that respect come Sunday is all out the window. He's trying to do what he's trying to do, and I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do. So, yes, this is not Kambosos Lopez, Kambosos Haney 1, even Kambosos Haney 2. This is not bad blood. This is not... calling people all types of things and other people getting in headlocks and big commotions happen like we saw in New York. This is two respectful guys, two guys that love to fight. And come Sunday, it all goes out the window. The respect goes out the window, and I'm coming to do a job on him.
You have said that you think that Lomachenko has, quote, lost that dog that was inside him. Why do you believe that?
I can see it. I can see the way he's come to Perth and he's having a good time. And I can see, obviously, after the effects of the Haney fight, I know that looms so much still in his head. I'm just a man possessed. I'm a man willing to do whatever it takes in front of my home nation, in front of my people, in front of my family. And just as we had that face-off, that 3-4 minute face-off, where we both didn't want to look away, I could see it. I could see it in his eyes. And I'm sure he saw it in my eyes. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win this fight. And we'll find out Sunday. I know I got the dog in me. I'll have to find out if he still has it.
You mentioned that Haney fight, and you both have losses to Devin Haney on your resume. Why do you think the loss to Haney has affected him in a way that you don't think it affected you?
Well, yeah, look, we always look back at the Haney fight, but again, we forget about the Lopez fight as well. He couldn't do what I did against Lopez. Now, politics will always, get involved, and obviously what they say, but I had the 4 belts. I was able to do something that he was not able to do. For me, it softens the blow against the Haney losses. I knew what I was coming up against. But for him, he was trying so much, put everything into it, his whole body into becoming undisputed. That was his goal. That's been his goal for his whole life. But that's gone. That opportunity's gone. He will not be undisputed ever. That's finished. So I'm happy to have that accolade. As much as people say yes, no, yes, whatever it is. It softens the blow from my Haney fights. So I think it took a lot more of a toll. When you give everything to achieve something and you come up short, especially that round 12, I'm sure haunts him and will haunt him for the rest of his life. It's a difficult task to get back up again. But I'm up for this fight.
You're an underdog in this fight. Do you think you should be?
Yes, I love to be the underdog. You've seen it firsthand what an underdog Kambosos can do. I still get chills from your commentary, commentating that fight where it's such a historic fight, me and Lopez. That's boxing, and I'm sure again we're going to have very similar drama in this fight on Sunday. So yes, I'm on the underdog. I love it. Beautiful. I got the big odds. Everyone thinks that Lomachenko's, going to do a number on me. Beautiful. I love it. Soak that underdog role.
Your last fight was against Maxie Hughes, and you won that fight. You got the IBO belt that you currently have. Do you think you need to be better, though? Because I think you'd probably agree that wasn't your finest performance against Maxie Hughes. Do you think you need to be better to beat Lomachenko?
Oh, definitely. Look, that fight was the worst Kambosos in a fight where he was not too motivated. Coming up against a guy like Maxie Hughes, was more thinking about going to Disneyland with his family before the fight and going to Hawaii. So, look, I'm extremely motivated, and you've seen it again. When I'm motivated Kambosos, a fully focused Kambosos with the preparation that I have had, fighting a guy like Lomachenko. How do you not get motivated for a guy like Lomachenko? This guy's a legend. And I know by taking out a legend, what it does for me, cements me. So bring on Sunday. I'm very excited, and I'll be at my best.
Third time in the last 4 fights that you have brought a big championship fight to Australia. We don't often see fights on this level in Australia, really in many parts of the world outside of the US and the UK nowadays. What kind of boost do you get fighting in front of that home crowd?
Yeah, it's beautiful. After the Haney fights, when we did such big mega events, I always prayed and I said, give me one more opportunity to do this again. Do it right. Do it with the right team and have that full focus against a guy like Lomachenko. That was always something I prayed, and I knew that I manifested. I knew that it would happen. It would come. So here we are. But being able to bring these mega fights to Australia, Kambosos keeps doing it. He keeps bringing these fights. He keeps doing it. He keeps showing that we're sold out. There's about 100 tickets left. We're sold out here in a beautiful 16,000-seat RSC arena. We're going to beat the record of the UFC. So go boxing. And look, it's motivating. It's inspiring. And I can't wait to step inside that ring on Sunday in front of my fans, in front of my family, in front of my people, and beat the legend Lomachenko.
Your best win to date came in hostile territory. You went into New York City and beat Teofimo Lopez in front of what was originally his group of fans. Is there any extra pressure for you fighting at home?
No pressure. I'm an underdog. A lot of people, are not expecting me to win this fight. So there's no pressure on me. The pressure is on him. His career is really on the line. I lost to a guy like Kambosos, really wrecks his Hall of Fame, future Hall of Fame, pour that everyone's saying, well, you know what, it puts me, I believe, into the Hall of Fame. Lopez, Lomachenko, Devin Haney fights, Selby, Bay. That's a great, achievement. So look, all the pressure is on him. The pressure is on him. Of course, there'd be small pressure, but nothing new. This is not my first rodeo. We've done the big fights, and I thrive on being the underdog.
All right, before I let you go, you're obviously on a path to get your belts back at 135, and you've got your eye on Shakur Stevenson, maybe Tank Davis, other guys at 135 after Lomachenko. But you got Teofimo Lopez out there as a title holder at 140. Do you think before your career ends, you will fight Teofimo Lopez again?
We have to wait and see. My focus is Lomachenko. I have not looked at anybody. I cannot look at beating Lopez again. I cannot look at Gervonta Davis, Shakur, even that alleged drug cheat, Ryan Garcia. I can't be looking at any of these guys. I am focused on Vasily Lomachenko. That's the only guy that's been on my mind for months. That's the only guy I am focused on. But we'll have to wait and see.
Well, we've learned long ago, George, not to count you out of any fight because you tend to surprise in those moments. So good luck to you, man, on Sunday. Be a great fight, and looking forward to seeing it.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it, mate. Good to chat.